This past week, we witnessed once again the unadulterated, anti-black, bigoted logic flowing from the infantile mind of a person living in temporary public housing in Washington, D.C. This deeply insecure person posted a picture of the first black president and the first black first lady with bodies of apes. It was nothing less than disgusting. What made it worse is that the White House attempted to gaslight this nation and say our outrage was fake. Pundits across the media landscape tried to unsuccessfully make excuses for a grown man. It was a staffer who posted at 2:30 a.m. with my phone. The image stayed up for 12 hours. This is what makes my blood boil. But I must ask those who claim to be evangelicals this question. You claim and say you love Jesus. I just want to know, when will you get a spine? When will moral courage move in your spirit? When will enough be enough? What is the line that you will not cross? I'm worried. I believe that maybe it is not Jesus who is Savior and God, but there is another idol that rests in your spirit. If the evangelical community calls out this moral failure, it will change the collective discourse in this nation. But I will not hold my breath. But let me tell you the real reason that this was posted. Come here. No. Come closer. Thank you. Come here. Yes. Let me tell you the real reason that it was posted. The real reason, the Epstein files. The attempt to distract the people who are mentioned. As a matter of fact, the person in the White House was mentioned 38,000 times in the Epstein files. And as long as we are talking about this, we keep missing what is happening before us. 3 million documents were released, and that is not all of the documents. These documents speak of a known pedophile. The files show the world's richest men wanted to spend time with one of the world's most evil man, a known pedophile, Jeffrey Epstein. Billionaires were his best friend and clients. Now let me say it this way. We have all of this information about the nefarious activity of men, but only a woman is in jail. But can I let you all in on a secret? Can I let you in on one secret, and I'm out of here? Can I let you in on this secret? Let me tell you, I'm going to make it public right now. This secret publicly right now. You want to know who's not in the Epstein files? A brother named Barack and a sister named Michelle. And that's my 5 minutes. Peace. And there is a moment, in this moment, that we must ask in our own private prayer closet. of all that is happening in this world, the question will be asked years from now. The question will be asked by your children's children's children. The question will be, where were you when democracy was on fire? Where were you when ICE came for your neighbor? Where were you when they came for our voting rights? Where were you when they put children in cages? This is a spiritual question that has political implications, not a political question with some spiritual residue. Often when I have to speak for a King Day, I usually quote a poem that I read and received from Dr. Vincent Harding that speaks about how we view the movement. Because when you do King Days, there's always a bunch of elected officials who don't support anything that Dr. King would have supported. But they come and they bring remarks. And there's this wonderful poem that says this: now that he is safely dead, let us build monuments to his name. It is easy to celebrate a dead man than it is to build a new world. I remember one time asking my parents when I was young, because I was romanticizing the civil rights movement. I said it must have been so exciting that all people of African descent, black folk, were so unified. Y'all were fighting it for voting rights and standing against the Klan and pushing against militarism. Yeah, everybody was working together. And they paused and looked at me and said, no. As a matter of fact, most people were not involved. Most people were silent. Now that that day is gone, you can't find anybody that wasn't involved. But then it was difficult to find somebody to get involved. They were obedient to the call. They recognized that there was a call upon their lives. And we must recognize that the work that we do, the call that God has given us, is not about us. The call that God has given us is about those you will never meet. Each of us in this space, no matter how smart you think you are, no matter how many degrees you got on your wall, you stand on the shoulders of somebody else. Someone who did not have the opportunity, someone who was insulted, someone who was brutalized, someone who was marginalized, and we stand on their shoulders. And they could never have envisioned some of the spaces that we are able to enter into today. But they had moral courage to say, I'm not doing this for me. I am doing this for some folks I will never meet.